Hi everyone, I'm Christine Kopr with Sotheby's Realty. Just doing a September 2020 recap. We've got the stats for last month. I know October is actually almost over. But it was such a busy month as reflected in the numbers that we're getting to our recap now and also talking about what we see coming down the pipeline. So with that, what a month. September blew the numbers out of the water. Our sales were around 3,600, which is blockbuster and the top selling month all of 2020 so far this year for the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver. Now, not all market segments are behaving the same. We have incredible sales happening, but we also have some specific trends that are occurring in the marketplace. Before we get into that, let's take a look how last month's sales look compared to the rest of the year. So here we go. Here are our stats for all of 2020 for the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver. You can see in September, we did 3,643 sales. Incredible. We were super impressed when we saw numbers like this in July and August because we hadn't seen sales in the 3,000 per month for a very long time, not in 2020 and not in 2019 either. Active listings are starting to trend up. Of course, the world had experienced a massive change here because of COVID. Not a lot of listings came on the market. However, the sales kept marching along. So when we took a look at months of inventory, which by the way, again, it helps you understand what's happening in the market. This lets you know about supply and demand. When we have 4 to 6 months of inventory, we're considered a balanced market, or if we have 4 to 6 months of inventory over a sustained period. Now, as you lean towards 4 months or less, you start getting into a seller's market because there's just 4, 3, 2, 1 months of inventory available for buyers. As we get towards 6 months of inventory, we're heading towards more of a buyer's market because now we have more inventory on the market for buyers to choose from. And that is going to predict which way prices are going to go if we experience that months of inventory for a sustained period. And you can see that reflected here. We started out the year with 5.5 months of inventory. We dipped down into 3.8 months of inventory, which was a buyer's market. And then we popped up to 8.5 months of inventory. That is definitely buyer's market territory. And then once everybody wrapped their heads around COVID, how we could work safely, the world wasn't coming to a complete end. The show continued on and all the pent-up demand and everybody who's entering the market continued on, and sales continuously increased, and our months of inventory have been trending down. And that has been the name of the game for this year. And as a result of that, you can see that prices have also been increasing over this period of time. And month over month, we're up 0.3%. But you can see we started out the year with the benchmark price for the Greater Vancouver real estate market at just over $1 million. And we're now up to $1.4 million. So up $40,000 from the beginning of the year for benchmark prices. So let's take a look at the total sales for September 2019 and September 2020. So let's look at this side of the slide first. So here are the sales. Sales of 2019 in September were only 2,333. This September of 2020, we hit 3,643 sales. Amazing, up 56% year over year. What a drastic difference. Benchmark price. So that's on this half of the slide. You've got benchmark price starting out at $991,000 in September of 2019. So you can see we already started to trend up by the time we hit January because January 2020 started at $1 million. So September was $991 and we're ending off the September of 2020 at $1,041,000 for the benchmark price. So we're up 5% year over year on prices. Now let's take a look at the sales per quarter. So you can see Q1, we did 6,200 sales, great. Benchmark price, or the price at that time, was $1,021,000. And here in Q2, which is historically the busiest time of the year, it's spring, it's when most people want to list their homes, buy their homes. That is when we had the quiet period and we had a lower sales than usual. However, we bumped into Q3 and everything was delayed and moved over. And we had this incredible volume of sales in the last 3 months, 9,818 sales since Q1. That is a 94% increase over Q2. And just an amazing amount of growth over this year. So the real estate market is performing. We have a big change happening in the marketplace as well. Just coming back, sorry, we're jumping back here. Year-to-date sales comparison for the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver, just to put everything that's happening right now in perspective in terms of our performance for 2020. Year-to-date in 2019, we would have had done 17,979 sales. So all of the sales for 2019, last September, we were at just under 18,000 sales. This year, we are up at 21,100 sales. We're up 18% in terms of sales year over year. So as discussed, things are looking really good for the real estate market in Vancouver. It isn't acting the same in all market segments. So a lot of things that we have learned since COVID came into our lives is many people are able to work from home now, and they no longer need to be directly downtown or be really close to work, because for many, the commute is something that they're trying to avoid because of lifestyle. So now we've got people who were in a 1-bedroom now looking for a 2-bedroom property because they need that extra workspace. We also have people leaving the downtown core and just getting out of the density to the outer areas of downtown, which is putting a little bit of downward pressure on downtown condos, which can actually be quite the opportunity for anybody who's thinking about buying a condo downtown. Coronavirus is obviously going to be here for the short to mid-term. Eventually, though, life is going to change, and it can be an incredible opportunity to get into the condo market downtown. Amazon has taken over 1 million square feet of commercial space that's going to come online in the next couple of years, just a few blocks from Crosstown and the downtown core. That's 6,000 employees coming for Amazon. There's going to be lots of travel coming into Vancouver, and there's going to be a lot of development if you can look into the future. The other thing that's happening is people are looking for townhomes, so homes where there's no elevators, they can be away from people, and they have their own outdoor space. Those segments of the market are definitely attractive. Entry-level homes, townhomes, 2-bed and den, 3 bedrooms, 1 bedrooms and dens are also getting all that action. So we are seeing a different performance in different segments of the market. I'm actually going to do an update on Kerrisdale as well. So take a look on my update on Kerrisdale. If you're a buyer, give me a call, because there's other incredible things going on in the marketplace. If you're a seller, we've got a short window coming here into the fall. However, the fundamentals are still strong. Reach out to me. Let's talk about your plans and how we can help you take the next step to achieving your goals. With that, I'm Christine Kopr. I look forward to connecting with you all and hope you have a fantastic day. Thanks so much for tuning in.